The Trump administration is now 48 hours away from signing a peace deal with the Taliban, a withdrawal deal without any involvement of the Afghan government. Will such an agreement lead to lasting peace, given Taliban's history of repression? And what expectations do the thousands of Afghan citizens and refugees have about their future?
2 decades of conflict. Over 100,000 lives lost. Millions more displaced in their own homeland. It's the longest war in American history. A war that cannot be won. And the gamble for peace is in an uncertain zone. The future of Afghanistan is at stake once again. Washington and the Taliban are set to sign a peace deal this Saturday. A deal to secure America's long-pending exit from the war-torn country. The agreement could mark the start of a new era for Afghanistan. But there are questions about the Taliban's intentions. And a political crisis threatens to plunge the country deeper into crisis. Among the elected elite, there's a dispute over who will lead Afghanistan. There are 2 contenders, Ashraf Ghani and Abdullah Abdullah, both of whom have claimed victory in the recently concluded elections. Under US pressure, they have both stopped midway in their bid to take office momentarily. For now, all eyes are on the peace talks in Qatar.
So first we have to be realistic. We're proud of our gains, but our generals have determined that this war is unlikely to be won militarily without tremendous additional resources. All sides are tired of fighting. We've arrived at a historic opportunity for peace. Won't be easy to obtain. We should seize the moment.
30 nations are expected to be present at the historic signing of a deal in Doha. This deal is significant. It would see the Pentagon pull out troops after 18 years of war. In return, the Taliban has promised to give up arms. The agreement, however, doesn't amount to a full ceasefire. The United States insists that some troops must remain to tackle the Islamic State and jihadist groups. And there's also a fear that the Taliban could go back to its days of repression. To make matters worse, the Afghan government is not a part of the peace process and would also not be attending the ceremony for the peace agreement. These voices will tell you the story.
We are a bit concerned about the US-Taliban peace deal. Why did the Taliban not talk or deal with the Afghan government? Since the US is leaving our country, we are both confused and concerned about our future.
I think the arrival of the Taliban will affect women's right to work, freedom and independence. Not only me, as a vegetarian, but also all women who want to work in Afghanistan and be free and independent will be affected. I don't think the circumstances will remain the same. Perhaps some rules and restrictions may be put in place that may hinder a woman's progress.
The ongoing war is against the Afghan government. Therefore, the government should be involved in the peace. If there is peace, it should be lasting. The agreement that the US and Taliban are making is their own deal.
The countdown has begun. The Afghan peace plan is a historic breakthrough. But the haste with which the deal has been struck could spell trouble. And one quarter which could be the source of the trouble is the elected government of Afghanistan being kept out of the peace process. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.